Hello guys, welcome to my channel Tasia Plus. Today I'm going to prepare something which my cousin who came from Africa to UK to study, so he's finding it so hard to find what to cook or what to eat. So he requested if I can prepare several dishes, just simple dishes, easy to cook. So he don't like spending too much time in the kitchen because he has a lot of studies to do. As you know, students in the university, they got a lot to do, plus the course which is taking is like taking all his time in studying, and sometimes he has to go to work and things like that just to earn a little bit of money for upkeeping. So I decided to prepare this kind of food, which is very simple. It's mashed potato and baked beans. So here we go. We got the potatoes, which I just cut and wash, put in the water, ready to boil. And now we're gonna save time, so we have to do like a multitask. We have to multitask. We're gonna start making the beans by cutting the onions in small pieces while the potatoes are boiling, because the potatoes, they don't take too long. So, and this baked beans is already it's already cooked. It's just in the tin. On its own, you can still eat it on its own, but if you want to add a little bit of flavor, you can. So this is what I'm trying to do now here. The onions, they're gonna be not in chunk but small pieces, slice, not too big. Will be easy to cook because I want them to show in the beans, so as when you eat it you feel like you can feel the onions, so that they're not going to be cooking too much. You can still feel the onions when you're eating the beans and the potatoes all together. So the potatoes are boiling now, as you can see. Now we're gonna start cooking the beans by adding some oil. It doesn't matter what kind of oil, but if you want to be healthy, you can use olive oil. Now I'm adding some onions. I'm using white onions because I don't want the beans to turn color. Sometimes when you use the red onions, the beans can be a bit dark, so we just want to have the same color of the beans but with good taste in it. And so if you want to check the potatoes, this is what you do. You just poke it with anything. It could be a fork, knife, anything. If it's soft, then that means it's already cooked. Now I'm going to drain because I don't want this water. I don't want the water. I'm gonna drain it. It will be easy to mash if you don't if it doesn't have too much water. So a little bit of water and a little bit of milk and a little bit of butter, and let it boil again. I'm not gonna cover because you know the milk can overflow. Now the onions are cooking in a slow heat. So they are cooking slowly. We just want them to turn a little bit goldish, but a bit soft too. Not too soft, a little bit soft, yeah. But it depends. If some people likes it soft, or you don't want it to show in your beans, you can cut small pieces and make sure you cook it very well so it won't show in your beans. Now I'm adding some spices. This is paprika, smoked paprika. I've added some turmeric, and now I'm going to add a little bit of what's this, thyme. A little bit of thyme. You don't have to add salt because the beans, they've got lots of salt, and they're a bit sweet also. So I think they add salt and sugar, I don't know, but they are not too salty. They've got two flavors, sweet and salt. You can imagine that. They are very sweet beans. They are very nice beans. So here the onions, they are turning color because of the seasons, as you can see. Now I've washed my tin. I have to wash it every time when I'm using a tin food. So I washed it, and this is Heinz baked beans. If you can, it's best to buy this kind of beans because they are very nice. And here we are waiting for it to cook a little bit. As I said, the beans are cooked. It's just to add a little bit of flavor. And now I'm just gonna let it boil a bit. Potatoes are ready. Time to mash. I'm gonna use a masher, but if you don't have a masher, you can use a fork, or yeah, I mean, you can use the fork really, or the masher. It's easier that way. So I'm gonna mash it until it becomes soft, like there won't be no lumps at all, because we want it to be nice and creamy. The more you mash it, the more you get it good results. Beans are ready. So, and our potatoes are ready. It's a very quick food. I mean, like maybe like 30 minutes. 30 minutes is okay. So I'm gonna add some parsley just to give it a little bit of a nice appearance. So the green parsley, it makes the mashed potato looks nice and also taste nice, because you still taste the parsley when you're eating. This is our mashed potatoes. Cousin, if you are watching this, actually I have to send you the link. I'm gonna send him the link so as he can go through it when he's making the mashed potato. So it doesn't take long. Now it's time to serve. So I'm gonna try and make it nice. I'm gonna try and make it nice, but if you're a student, really you don't have time to mess around like trying to make your plate look nice or something like that. But if you can, you can. But if you can't, the food is still is gonna go in your mouth and it won't go in any shape really. So here it goes. I'm gonna make a space in the middle, so this is where I'm gonna place the beans, so it won't be flowing all over the plate. So the beans are going in now. Trust me, the beans on its own, they taste nice, and if you add more flavor, you can imagine. And the mashed potato also is the best. Is the best dish to go with the beans. There we go, guys. Welcome, welcome. So if you have any kind of beans, you can still use it with your mashed potato. But if you have baked beans, you can try this dish. So this is it. I know the food is like it's very popular in England, this kind of food, like mashed potato or baked beans on its own. Oh, it's very, very popular. Very, very popular. Like we eat baked beans for breakfast. Some they eat baked beans on toast. They put on top of the bread jacket potato with baked beans and cheese. Then we have this mashed potato. Sometimes they can even eat baked beans with chips. So all this, and it's healthy food because beans itself is protein. Mashed potato is not that heavy. I'm gonna add some. I've just added some cheese, Parmesan cheese, because again, my family likes cheese a lot.